Welcome to my September video message on current municipal priorities. I hope that many of you were able to take time off over the summer and enjoy life in beautiful Rideau Lakes. I did not do an August video as the summer is the busiest time of the year for your mayor with multiple Lake Association annual general meetings, local fairs, other meetings, and community celebrations. Today I'm coming to you from Lombard Manor, a retirement residence in Rideau Lakes with 45 rooms. This morning, I want to highlight the issue of long-term care. Rideau Lakes contributes to local long-term care access through the county levy. While not run by Rideau Lakes, the long-term care and local access is important given taxpayers' funding and impacts on quality of life in our community and region. The province predicts that by 2035, 1 in 4 of us will be over 65. Well, I have to tell you, Rideau Lakes is already there, with our senior population being about 25% higher than the provincial and national numbers. At some point for us, hopefully not soon, long-term care beds will be critical as we seek safe and affordable accommodation. Here are some of the current statistics. The average age of those being admitted to long-term care is 81, while the average age of hospital patients is 65. 39% of those that are currently in hospital should be better housed in long-term care. Private homes, including the one right here, are struggling to find staff, and some others in Ontario are likely to close. The average length of stay in a long-term care home is 500 days, and occupancy is normally at 97%. At our municipal Mapleview Lodge in Athens Township, 56 of the 60 beds are occupied, and we expect all beds to be occupied fully by month's end. Healthcare in general is in crisis, and one has to ask, have we failed our seniors? I'm convinced that we need urgent action on long-term care and a new provincial funding model. In the next 20 years, the demand for long-term care will grow by 38%. Staff turnover is high and morale is low, particularly after 2+ years of having added stress of the COVID restrictions. Much of the information that I've just shared with you is from sessions I attended recently in Ottawa at the Association of Municipalities of Ontario conference. The primary concerns aired there by mayors from across the province included healthcare, climate change, and affordable housing. We do have an obligation to our most vulnerable citizens, those needing long-term care, to have adequate housing and care provided locally. As a county councillor for Leeds and Grenville, I participated at the AMO conference in a delegation to the Honourable Paul Calandra, who is the Minister of Long-Term Care for the province of Ontario. As some of you may know, the county supports 2 municipal long-term care homes, namely St. Lawrence Lodge in Brockville and Mapleview Lodge in Athens. There are substantial waiting lists for admission at both municipal facilities, with prioritization being given to those currently taking up space in hospitals. The Mapleview Lodge waiting list sits at 210 individuals, 134 females, and 76 males. A number of years ago, the county started the process of seeking approval to expand Mapleview Lodge. This is a 60-bed facility that is quite inefficient to run because of its small size. It does, however, have an excellent reputation for quality of care. In 2019, we received an allocation from the province to add 132 new long-term care beds. The county decided, in an effort to realize true operational savings, that we would merge the 60 beds and build a new 192-bed facility at the current Mapleview property in Athens. Through the provincial grant program, we would receive an upfront grant of $3.8 million and a per-bed contribution over multiple years in the future. The county has awarded the construction contract for this 192-bed facility on July the 15th of this year to McDonald Brothers at a bid price of $70,490,000. This was the low bid, but it was in fact 25% over our estimates. I'm very proud to have had a positive deciding vote on moving forward with the contract award, as it only passed at County Council on a 5-4 vote. Some of my colleagues were concerned with the level of debt required to make this project a reality. I felt the cost of not moving forward was too great, and a waiting list of over 200 before we put a shovel in the ground meant that we had to move forward quickly. The construction timeline for this facility is over the next 2 years. The focus of our delegation to the Minister, Calandra, was to convince the province that the rural nature of a construction process is no cheaper than building in an urban environment. The existing provincial funding formula penalizes our project by about $2.5 million because it is in a rural setting. I'm hopeful that our arguments will bear some fruit with the Minister. To help ensure that this segment of our population is well cared for, we have formed a fundraising committee, which to date I've been asked to chair. We hope that by raising approximately $2 million, we can ensure that our future Mapleview Lodge residents will have high quality services that they deserve, so I want you to stay tuned for an opportunity to assist with that effort. Finally, the Board of Management of Mapleview Lodge continues to work to find savings and reduce the eventual debt that we will need to take on at the county. This past week, we were advised by our consultants and staff that over $800,000 in savings has already been realized, and up to $1.5 million is possible, all without compromising quality of care. Construction has started in Athens with site work underway. We expect a formal sod turning and fundraising launch this fall, and continue to pressure the Ministry of Long-Term Care and our own MPP, Steve Clark, to provide additional funds so that the level of debt and/or county tax increase in the future is more manageable. This work is extremely important to me, your mayor, as the township contributes 21% of all of the funds needed to run Leeds and Grenville. Stay tuned for further updates and consider how you might contribute to our major fundraising campaign. Thank you for listening, and remember to vote in the upcoming municipal election.